Hello and welcome back to a new episode on my YouTube channel. Today we talk about DWX-Series with a fixed installation. I have an RF chart from the customer and let's find out what was going wrong in his setup. I don't know anything about the setup. I only know that it's the BO3 body pack and the Arrow 3D rack mount receiver together with ANO1 antenna. So it's a Sony system with Sony antennas and Sony antenna distribution. But I don't know anything about the stage, the size, the location, or anything about the setup. I only have the RF chart. We will have a look in a second. Here we have the RF chart the customer sent me. It is over 2 hours. I think it was a show in the evening. And if I go and change it to real time, then we will see it starts at around 7 o'clock and goes up to 10 o'clock in the evening. So I guess it was a real show. If we see here the level of the diversity, and the white is average and red is max and blue is minimum diversity, the maximum input level on the antenna was 73 dB microvolt. This is very low, I have to say. We can go up to 100, so 37 is from the highest point of the whole show, not the best antenna level. But let's see what's going on. So we see there is something going on the system here, and then there is an event we will have a look on, and then the body pack was switched off or out of range for a second, then he comes back on stage, and then I think that is 8 o'clock or 8:10, the show starts. But for a long time here, the level of the antenna was really low. I think there is zero noise in these locations, so that's why it was working well. Because here the antenna level, we had some short package loss, which was no audio drop, I guess, but package loss. The antenna was close to 20 dB microvolt, which is then from 0 to 20 dB the minimum signal noise ratio the Sony system needs to find some bits and bytes in the stream. And then it goes up, and it goes up to the 33 dB microvolt on the highest point here, and then I think in the end of the show we had still some situations where the RF level was very good, but it was always fine. So from the beginning of the show until the end for more than 1.5 hours, it was perfect, no drop, no package loss, nothing in. Let's zoom in a little bit and see what's going on. So let's go to 1 minute per division. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, around 6 to 7 minutes here. And you see here in these 7 minutes, wherever the body pack was, maybe he was not on stage, he was left and right somewhere behind on the main stage or on the storage area, wherever. But on the long time, the signal is very low. So it is around 45 dB microvolt, which is less than 50% of what the system can handle. But you see the green line, the raw data rate is always fine. And both antennas works well. So diversity minimum and maximum is very close to each other. That's perfect. In the beginning, where we had some drops, let's have a look here. Here we can see, especially on the first package loss, that's not a problem. It goes down to 60. I think error correction will handle it. No audio drop, I guess. Also on this one, maybe we have a slight audio drop for a millisecond here on the top notch of the green line, but also on the third one here, that is no problem. But let's zoom in and let's see what's going on. So now we are on 10 seconds per division. And what we see here is that the red line, the diversity maximum was okay, but the diversity minimum was close to 0. So one of the two diversity antennas lost the signal complete. And we can check this because the diversity is, let's say, what's coming out of the diversity circuit before it goes to the demodulation. But we can change this here in display settings, and we can go to detailed, and detail has 2 points, individual maximum, that's the maximum level antenna, and individual minimum. And individual minimum is the worst case of the antenna level. So this is the signal graph which shows you what's really going on your antenna. In this case here, both antennas, so antenna A, which is light green, and antenna B, which is light red, goes down to 0 for a second. And that's why the system lost the audio signal. If you look further in time, then you see here, the antenna B is working well, but antenna A goes down, but no audio drop. Next point here is a second later is that the antenna A is good, but antenna B is going close to 0, but no audio drop. But if both antennas go down, then if you have no signal, you have no data. Going to the next one here. Again, here is a very short drop, but both antennas goes a little bit down. Antenna A goes down to 0, antenna B close to 20 dB microvolt. So antenna A is doing the job, and the diversity section of antenna A will give us bits and bytes. Yeah, you will see here a drop. What the green line shows you is how deeper the drop is as more packages you have lost. But we're sending out 1,000 packages a second. The system jumps from one point to the next in the graph in 1 second. So every jump is 1,000 packages. And it's not clear if you have lost package 500, 600, and 700, or if you have lost package 501, 502, and 503, because this is much more difficult for the error correction to handle if you have 3 packages in a row, or if you have 3 packages inside of 1,000 packages. So this is not really visible, but after some times you will find out how your system works, and you can read in the matrix and find out what's going on. Anyway, the antenna level is very low here on both antennas, and sometimes one antenna lost the signal complete, but the other antenna doing the job, so that's fine. Let's zoom in again and find the point here where the customer had an issue. So you can click on the mark list and it jumps to this point here. Here we have a complete drop for whatever is around 4 seconds. So 4 seconds of drop, not clear what it is. Because the green line is not going down vertical, I don't think that is a power loss or something like this. I think it's a loss of the signal. Here the signal is very low, and then maybe the protagonist was whatever, I don't know, behind some metal or whatever it is, concrete wall, and he lost it for some seconds. The reason why I think it is this is if we're going more to the beginning of the show, signal is very low here, but still good. One antenna is doing the job, the other antenna loses the connection. But the green line shows you raw data rate is always fine. So I was really surprised how good the system works, even the antenna level is so low. But I think this is because the noise in this location is very low. Here again, both antennas lost the connection, and that's why we have a short drop. But this drop is down to 60, so I think error correction could handle it. No audio drop. If we go to the beginning of the show, I think there is a moment where the body pack was switched off for a second. Let's zoom in a little bit and find where it is. So here we see the guy left the stage. So the graph goes down, it came for a second again, up and do some audio, and then he has left the stage or left the range of the antennas complete. And some minutes later he came back, and then he is far away from the stage. So the antenna can see a little bit of the signal, give you some data. You have some drops, and then he was in range, and then it was working perfect. If you have a power loss, if your battery is empty or something like this, then it goes down really vertical, and it shows you 0 without any drops on the in and out of the signal. So I think this is not a power loss, but it could be. I don't know. I don't was on the location, so I can't see it, or I can't see what's really going on. It's a 4-second loss, which I guess is long, but it's not looking like a power loss. It looks like a signal loss on the antenna. Okay, so error correction can handle a lot of package loss in your system without any audio drop. But if you lose too much packages, then of course you lose some audio and you have an audio drop. Antenna level can be low. This is the advantage of a digital system. antenna level and audio signal quality is separated from each other in a wide range of the RF. That is the big advantage. So here we can perfectly see that the RF is very low over a long time, but you still get a perfect audio signal. But on these two moments on the beginning of the show, I think the guy was, or the person was not on stage. And here I think on these 4 seconds, this is a signal loss and not a power loss from my point of view. That's what I had for you today. I hope you liked the video. Thumbs up. If you don't like the video, thumbs down. That's fine. But write me in the description what I can do better. Have a look on the other videos I have in my YouTube channel. Subscribe. Click the bell, whatever you like. Thanks for watching.